Hello there, and welcome back to my channel. It's so good to be back. By the way, I have not posted in like a week plus. I had to also see to my own intimacy growth. And when we talk about intimacy, don't forget, we're talking about holistic intimacy. And that covers personal intimacy, spiritual intimacy, and relational intimacy. Inside your relational intimacy is where you have relationship with your friends, families, and then your marital relationship. So I had to also see to my personal intimacy and then take some time to just reflect and get to know me better, get to see me better, and then to know God better, and then to see God better. So thank you for always coming here. And I believe that you've been improving in your intimacy in year 2025. So we'll move in and diving into what we have to discuss today. Very important topic. Stick around and I'll see you shortly. Today, what are we talking about? We're talking about the real reason why you are dissatisfied in your relationship. Wow. You know, it's interesting that we live in a world where there is this consumer mindset where it says there is always something better than what you have currently. There is always a new version to upgrade to. There is always something to trade off so that you can get the better version of what exists or what you currently have. But you see, I'm here to say to you that your current relationship is not outrightly bad in itself. I'm not owning up to the, how do I put it now, that yes, I'm inside the relationship with you, or I'm going through what you're going through, or I can outrightly understand what you're going through. Oh, your partner can be very terrible in behavior, may be very, very annoying and all of that. I get it. But what I'm saying is this, that you might want to check critically if this subtle dissatisfaction mindset that is becoming a culture of the day or a trend in the society that makes you want to feel after 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, you've used something and then you need to just make a change or discard it. Trust me, this is not bad in itself. And while it may work for gadgets or things, it may not work with your relationship and with people. Now, there is this temptation to want to use a particular phone or TV or car for 2 years, 3 years, or 5 years, and you're like, excuse me, I need to upgrade. I have the resources. I mean, it's good to have a change. But when it comes to relationship, the case is never the same. Every human being have their flaws. I must have said that in my past videos countless number of times. Every relationship have their flaws. It's not perfect. Every human being have their issues, their baggages. But you don't want to be this person that once you are not pleased with a particular relationship, the next thing to do is to throw it away. Check it. Maybe right now what you see in your partner are only the flaws, the ineffectiveness, the bad side, and you focus so much on all of the negatives. Trust me, everywhere you look, the moment you begin to venture into that, begins to tell you that there is something better. There is a greener pasture that is better than what you have right now on the other side. Everywhere you turn, everything you see will pitch to you that the grass is greener on the other side. Oh, it will tell you somebody out there. There is somebody out there that will understand you better. There is somebody out there that will most likely love you better. There is someone out there that will be more passionate, that will be more loving, that will be more this, more that. Please, you need to slow down. All the thoughts moving at the speed of light in a roller coaster, in your mind, in your spirit, in your soul. Slow it down and tell it to hush. Because the reality is, grass is not always greener on the other side. And I bet it that you have even preached that to someone sometime in the course of you trying to encourage somebody, maybe on a similar topic or something totally different. You need to get to that point where you tell yourself, this relationship, am I willing to invest in it at all? Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you should be in a toxic relationship. And the honest truth is, even being in a toxic relationship, opting out may not always be the right solution. Yes, that's what most people say should be done. If it is abusive and it's life-threatening, oh, please, make that move and step aside for a while. But if it is not abusive, just the general misunderstanding, the general inconveniences, challenges, or issues, trust me, there is always a way to commit to investing into it. Now, let's get practical with this. Even for the phones or gadgets or cars that is being pitched to you and I, that it's an upgrade to so version or so model and all of that, you will find out that it's usually costlier or more costly to upgrade than what you have currently. And by the time you check, what exactly is wrong with my car right now, for instance? Is it the oil change that it needs, or brake pad change, or the inside out thorough washing or cleaning or deep cleaning? What exactly does it need? Is it a change of the bumper, or there's a dent that needs to be, redone and painted? You just want to ask yourself this down-to-earth question. What exactly is wrong with what I have currently? How have I invested in it? And how can I improve on what I have currently? So your relationship may not be bad in itself. And I must be sincere with you. The problem is not really your partner. The problem is likely in that mindset that you need to deal with or throw away. Because if you want to talk about your partner having flaws, by the time you move from the current relationship, what's the guarantee that the one you are moving into is not with even more flaws than your current partner? And if we engage your partner may even be seeing you as the real issue, not even the fact that you are seeing him or her as the issue. So I want us to get to the point where we actually decipher the real deal, the real issue right here. So for instance, I remember when I first got engaged with my wife, and we had to separate for like 8 months. And within that 8 months, both of us tried to attempt moving on our own without, telling each other. And personally, I found that it's as good as what I'm running from, I'm going to meet double or more in the next person. And then I began to see that it's as good as I want to start from the scratch, to start building what I started building. And I think our relationship at that time was already 4 years, thereabout. We had even done, marital counseling. And something just happened, and then both of us had to just, part ways. And for 8 full months, we were not on talking terms, or, we're just as good as, okay, everybody move on with your life. But guess what? Each one of us in the process began to look inward. What exactly were the real issues? And then, personally for me, I was home one day and I was just meditating. And then the Holy Spirit just ministered to me and made me see the real me. And you'll see where I started from by saying you need to have a good grasp of what intimacy really is holistically. I had some measure of intimacy with myself, but more importantly, I had a greater measure of intimacy with God through the help of the Holy Spirit. And that was why I was able to hear. And I was able to, the Holy Spirit exposed myself to me, that young man, that is the person that I've told you about, that is your wife. And I've not changed my mind. So, get your acts together. These are the areas where you are getting things wrong. These are the areas where she was also getting things wrong. And then, after that experience or encounter, a day or two later, I picked my phone and I called her. And then we got talking again and we made up, and then we're 15 years, we'll be 16 years married this year. So what am I saying? Having talked about the part that there is a culture and a trend that is pitching to us, creating a mindset within every individual that there is always something better. There is something to trade off. There is an upgrade that you need to step into. We also must look at this second factor that is making you to feel dissatisfied in your relationship. And that is the fact that what you want to do next, the next move you want to make, is just a replacement of issues that you want to venture into. A replacement of challenges, replacement of problems. And how do I mean? The reality is this: the next relationship you are going to be in, or you're going to move into, that individual has his or her own baggage, has his or her own truckload or trailer load of issues. And you will have to start learning the person, unlearning the person, and relearning the person. The same thing, the same cycle goes for yourself. So why waste effort of years that you have built up till now in that current relationship? Except if you are convinced that this is no longer the way. And in my subsequent videos, I'm going to be going deeper into some of my own stories. Now, I came from a polygamous family where my father married 3 wives. And from my mom, who is the first, or who was the first, and the next one and the third one, I mean, it didn't change anything about him being happy maritally. So if the first marriage was the issue, then the second would have stayed. If the second was the issue, the third would have stayed. So what I'm saying in essence is I'm not apportioning blame to anybody. I'm not washing anybody's dirty linen outside, and I'm not focusing on anybody's weakness or negativity. But what I'm saying is this, that if you look critically into your current relationship, you may actually find out that your problem may not really be your partner. You might even be you. You might even be the issue that is affecting that relationship. So, having said all this, I would provide to you, or submit to you rather, that this is not to say that you should settle in a relationship that is toxic or that is about to take your life. If you need to talk to someone, a counselor, a therapist, or an adult, or a more senior person, a friend, please make the move and have the conversations. And I'm also here to help. I'm interested in your intimacy growth. I'm interested in your marital bliss. And I trust that when I come your way again, there would have been an improvement. Drop in the comment section below what has helped you in this video, or what particular thing are you planning to change by virtue of hearing the things that I've shared in this video. And I'll see you in my next one. Remember, your dissatisfaction may not necessarily need an upgrade of a relationship, may not need a new partner. It may just be that you settle down to invest in your current relationship, and you will be the better for it. You will enjoy the bliss that you desire. Bye for now.